Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is, like I said a little while ago, our first episode here. But I really, really am passionate about this. I'm passionate about what it is I do. Even the management, but bringing independent artists together, the networking, the opportunities that they have here is amazing. So please, please stay connected. Look me up on Facebook. I'm Chanel Stewart. That's Tranell. Stewart, Steward. Check out my man Jerry Royce live. You're going to see us connected in a lot of different ways, so you get a chance to, get connected and get involved. All right, we got Ree in the building.
Let me fix this
down
ponytail. Okay.
All right. Now, Ree, we know Ree. Ree came on yesterday. We were on live yesterday with Jerry Royce live on the late night show. But we kind of want to just bring her in after just talking about the Black Live experience and get her opinion on her experience, because we also want to show you what's in store. Right. So Ree, how was that experience that you just had here? I told them it was still hot in here.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I really enjoyed Blacked Out Live. Hey y'all, I was just on the live. So y'all keep them numbers up. So share, like, comment, everything like that. I was just on there and I had to come off. That don't mean y'all come off. Y'all stay on and keep sharing. But it was awesome.
True support right there.
Yeah.
True support.
It was awesome. Just the experience and the setting, you kind of lose yourself in it, and that was, there was nothing like that. I was just sitting out there talking with like the crew, and they were like that. That was just such an amazing experience.
Yeah.
So y'all, if y'all haven't got on it or y'all, kind of thinking about it, well, whatever, it's awesome. You'll miss your opportunity.
We were talking to a lot of the independent artists because we know that Jerry and myself, really focus on the independent artists. Mm-hmm. And now we moved away from just focusing on the mainstream because everybody wants to hook up with labels and different things like that. But independent artists is where it's at right now. And that's my opinion. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I think that these opportunities don't come around often, and I think these are the platforms and the people that we should be connecting to. I ain't an independent artist. I'm saying she gonna start you. Don't start.
I'm trying not to.
Don't start.
Congratulations on your show.
I'm hot too, y'all. So forgive my sweating. But these are amazing opportunities, and I really want independent artists that are stepping into these opportunities to really encourage the ones that are out there that's kind of lollygagging, not taking that step forward. And we're not even talking about a lot of money here. We're talking about an investment in yourself. What would you say to those who've been doing this for a long time? Because we're going to talk about that in a minute with you. You've been doing this for a while. You've been in this industry for a while. You just now starting to blossom and step out. What would you say to the ones that have been doing this for a while and that still hasn't took that step to really connect with other artists, connect with industry folks because they don't know or they're intimidated by the process?
What would I say? Due to those being intimidated by the process?
Yeah.
Really, if God has placed something inside of you, you gotta do what you gotta do to make that happen. So if this is what God has called for you to do, you're not worried about everybody else, or you're not worried about the norm, or you're not worried about the trends. You're not worried about that. You're worried about your focus should be your steps being ordered by God.
Amen.
And He'll tell you and direct you and guide you. Therefore, you know what to invest in, who to connect with, what showcases to go on, who to communicate with, what businesses, what contracts, this, that, and the third. He'll connect you to the people that can help you. And it's not just saying you be on a lone boat, just you and God making decisions. God will also connect you with people, and you'll have a team. Jesus wasn't out there doing his own thing. Now, he could have, but Jesus was our example to show us that you don't do this thing by yourself. He had a crew. He had his circle, and there were many people out there that wanted to follow and do different things, but he had his tight circle. This is where secrets were. This is where they would sit around the table and make plans and all of that. And so that's just a reminder to you that if you don't have that support and different things like that, pray for it and ask God to reveal who it is that you need to connect with. And then after that, you'll be connected with people. You may not be strengthened in the area of business, and God could connect you with somebody who's strengthened in business. I hear a lot of times on independent artists, you don't need no manager if you independent. I beg to differ. Everybody is different, and there may be someone out here who's an amazing artist and who just really doesn't have the skills of communicating with people and having contracts, and they may not be able to talk well, or whatever in a business setting. So you do what God calls you to do, and don't worry about everything else.
Yeah, and that's amazing advice. Don't listen to. This is what kills me. And I know you've heard this. When you go to these meetings or these conferences, and you have a panel, and that's not to say they shouldn't be respected.
Right.
But you got to know who you are.
Right.
You got to ask the questions and receive answers based on your journey and where you're going.
Right.
A lot of times artists get thrown, or they stop in their process because somebody told them they can't do it,
Right.
or somebody told them it's not possible. But when God gives you something, and God gives you a vision, just like me and Jerry were talking about, innovation, like it's something. It doesn't necessarily have to be something someone else has done. It doesn't have to be the same process.
Right.
It just has to be your process.
Yep.
So you can't just rely on what other people experience is. You can use that and apply, and educate yourself, but not necessarily disregard what God's vision is for you, His process is for you.
And I want to remind you, if you're a trailblazer or a groundbreaker, it is not going to be easy. And that, let's pay attention to the word. A trailblazer, a groundbreaker. That means you are busting through something that ain't been busted through before. It's going to hurt. It may seem lonely or whatever. But know that you're going to be the one sometimes to make a difference. So you don't always have that template to look on and see, but you do have wisdom that comes from God, and you do have discernment and different things like that. So don't be intimidated by the process. Ask God what He wants from you, and then go after it. And you have to invest in yourself. Prayer, personal time, your me time, your family, and then financially. There has to be investments. If you don't give yourself that, please don't expect others to pour into you and give it to you.
Yes.
You have to be the first example. We always hear, take care of home first. You are home, so take care of that.
Amen. Well, I just want you to kind of share a little bit about your backstory for those who don't know Ree, those who are really just being introduced to your music. This album, Your Instrument, it seems simple. Your instrument, God, I'm your instrument. But a lot of people may not catch the meaning behind that. Tell us how you're connected to that particular album, the journey that took to get there.
Okay.
Tell us about that.
Well, your instrument is simply this. We're a conduit for Him. And I'll just speak personally. I do the we talk because I'm a big kingdom person, so I talk to everybody. That's just my communication. But personally, I'm a conduit for Him. And so whatever He wants to do through me, He can. Just like we could pick up a saxophone. Shout out to Dietrich Lawson. Just like we could pick up a harp, or we can play the piano. That's an instrument, but it takes something to allow for that to come. Just like a sax, it takes the breath in order for a sound to come. Just like me to be able to produce the melodies that you hear, it takes God to pour into me. And so I have to be open, and an instrument, a saxophone, is not sitting up there saying, I don't want to be played today. That doesn't happen. So just like that, I have to be open, and whatever God you want to do it. This whole album is basically that. It's from the start to the finish. him just speaking melodies continuously throughout each track, whether it's by way of testimony, encouragement. It's a kingdom album. It's about restoration. It's about hope, and that's just where that comes from.
So this, now if you haven't heard the album, this ain't your normal gospel. When you talk about stepping outside of the box, and when you talk about the process that God has you on, this album shows that Ree is in her own process, the process that God has given her, and she's not taking suggestions or compromising from anybody outside of that relationship with her and God. And I think that's amazing. I think that we reach more people in that way, don't you think?
I do. You got to stay in your lane, and I love, the music that I hear and all of the other stuff. But even when I was coming up, when I was, writing and doing different things with songs, I would purposely not listen to other things. I do that with Bible study. There are times we have our commentary. I purposely will not look at the commentary first until I hear what God wants me to hear, and then I'll go to the commentary. But with the music, it was the way that God gave it to me, and this is what it is, and this is what's produced. You got to stay in your lane and be who you are. A funny little story, and I have on sneakers right now. And I had heels packed, but I'm really not a heels person. And my crew was all, in the room and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna put on some sneakers. Somebody give me some socks. And it was like,
she has a dress on right now, just so y'all can understand where she's going with this. She has a dress on.
And they was like, no, don't do that. And I was like, no, I'm wearing sneakers because I want to. It was like, why would you do that? Because I want to, And they were like, well, please, it's not gonna look right. Put on some shoes. No, I said, I literally said, I don't care what you think. I'm wearing sneakers. And I said, this is how I am. This is how I represent myself. And I always say this, it don't matter what you do. I said, people said things about my gray hair. If you wear or do or be and you own it, nobody can say anything about that. Eventually you'll start seeing people do what you do. And they'll look at you and be like, that girl different. There's something about her. But that's what makes you different, when you are who you are and you don't compromise. Now, my friend did say something about not taking suggestions, but it's in the sense of when God tells you something, that you're not compromising on that, because you do have to be open, and that's where that beautiful crew and your leadership, and you do want to hear people who may have been and gone ahead of you. You want to listen to it, but just like I said with that commentary, hear what God says first, then look at the commentary, then move on. So that's where that goes.
Amen. So let's talk. We got a couple of more minutes. Let's see what we got going on with Ree right now, because we want them to be able to keep up with you, follow you. But first, tell them about the awards. You got some awards going on. You got some things happening. Tell us about those awards first.
Now, we talked about staying in our lane, right? That is not my lane. I have 4 nominations.
Rhythm of Gospel Awards. I'm gonna help her out. We're gonna tag team on this one.
That's not my lane.
She is nominated for the Rhythm of Gospel Awards. Now I can tell you the numbers. When you go on there to vote, it's www.therhythmofgospelawards.com. You go on there to vote. She's in category number 4, category number 9, category 13, and category 48.
Yeah.
Make sure that you vote in all 72 categories in order for your vote to count. Follow her on Facebook and stuff so we can get that information to you. You'll see that information.
You'll see the flyer. Like if you go to my page, I'm sorry for doing that, because you can actually see me doing that. I apologize. So if you go to my page, it's on my cover where you'll see the flyer. If you go to facebook.com/Serela Music, which is SERELA Music, that's the Ree page, and you can follow me on there and be able to see everything that goes with that. I'm nominated for the Gig Awards.
Yes, Independent Gospel Awards as well, and that voting starts in January.
Yeah, so I mean that's some awesome stuff to be nominated. I'm heading to the Bahamas to do the Gospel Fest with Doug Doug Jackson. So y'all
Music sound.
make sure to catch up with that, and that's in February. So excited on the cruise to be doing that. I love cruising. On the cruise to be doing that, and in the Bahamas. So yeah, some good stuff.
We got Vegas somewhere.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna be in
Vegas
Las
there.
Vegas and doing a showcase with the Urban Soul Cafe.
It's an experience. It's worship under the
stars.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just a lot of stuff going. And SerelaMusic.com, SERELA Music. If you want to connect with me, if you want me to sit up there and have more to talk about where I'm coming, because I'm coming to you, then you go to SerelaMusic.com and get me on there. I want to worship with you. I want to have fun with you. And I'm a big person. Hey, religion. I mean relationship, not religion. And so that comes from knowing who you are, staying in your lane, and walking that thing out. I come to telling people I'm not wearing heels today. I'm wearing sneakers. And being cool with it, and then walking in confidence. Sometimes when God tell you to do something, you got to trailblaze and do something that's not normal and walk in confidence.
Yeah, that's a big lesson right there. I think that we all need to learn.
My sneakers are cute. Actually, they're her sneakers, but they're cute.
She gave me respect by telling my sneaker. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We had a very good time with Ree here. We had a very blessed time with Jerry Royce live. I mean, just amazing.
This is
host,
awesome.
Amazing partner and client.
Don't be jealous, y'all.
You know,
we spending time with Jerry.
Yes, it's been an amazing time. You guys need to pay attention to what we have going on in Positive
Absolutely.
Power, because you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it if you ain't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on there, so you want to stay connected and get connected. Please connect with Ree.
Please.
Keep up with what she's doing next and how you can get her to come to you.
Yeah, and I'm not stuck up and all that extra. I'm not one
sure
who.
they know that.
I'm not stuck up, and like I have arrived. And I mean, it's all love and it's all kingdom in. And I want to meet you, and I want to be able to share this music with you and encourage your people. If you got a group of people at the church or whatever, or just people that you know, I'm an encourager. You go through something, you come out so that you can bring others out. So come on, let's go.
Amen. Well, just keep up with me. You'll see the next time we're going to be doing this show, and I really want you guys to get involved in this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond the Beat is going to be major for the independent artists, and it gives them
I was trying to find my dimple. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Amazing for the independent artists to come in and do their things. Please connect so that we can help you. We love you. See you again next time.
Because I'm still